Hi, I've been talking about my visit to Marché Dauphine, one of the flea markets in Paris, and today I'm going to show you more of my finds. I went to this amazing shop, or I found this amazing shop, and it is just full of buttons and buckles, and it is properly catalogued. When I went there, it was the beginning of Couture Fashion Week, and there were a lot of people there looking at all the goodies and getting rather excited. And not only is it buckles and buttons, but it is also a lot of Bakelite as well, original Bakelite. So I was looking at buckles, and buckles have been on my mind for quite a while, and I picked out quite a few, and then it turned out that they don't accept cards, they only have cash. And because I've been just working with cards recently, I only had like 10 euros. So what I bought was this two-piece buckle, and it's made of all plastic, and it just slots into place. And I bought it because I thought it would be easy to get someone to recreate this. And I showed it to my husband, who knows more about these things than I do. And he said this would have been shaped by hand. So you can see it's not a straight, well, the whole thing is curved. And this little bit here is the sticking out bit, which would have been shaped by hand. So it probably wouldn't be affordable to recreate in this day and age. So, but I thought it was really cute, and I will put it on one of the pieces I make just for me. I found a couple more buckles last year at Retrofest for just 50p, and these again I really liked because they slotted into place. And again, my husband says this is going to be too tricky, it's going to be too expensive at the moment, where we are at the moment, to try and recreate, but I love the way it just slots and clicks into place. So this is more of my vintage buckle collection, and I found these buckles in a vintage shop in Langport in Somerset, and they're just very basic plastic buckles in various different colours, and I guess you just choose the colour you want. And this leads on to my very special finds. As you can guess by now, I've been looking for buckles for a while, and the problem is finding, you know, there isn't just a buckle shop who can supply lots of buckles at an affordable price. So when I was in Paris for the lingerie show last month, or the month before last now, there were several Chinese suppliers. There are a couple Chinese suppliers there, and they were doing quite nice buckles, but the minimum was 3,000, and 3,000 is way too many that we want, especially when buying from a new supplier. It's just too much of a risk. At the very beginning of the year, I visited a fabric show in London, and they had an accessories room, and there was this lady sitting at a table, very chic, very Parisian, very French, and it was quite quiet. So I started chatting with her, and I said, you know, you're going to be way too expensive for us. And she was like, well, try me. And I'm like, well, what's your... So she told me the prices, and I was like, okay, it was about double what China wanted. And then I said, so what's your MOQ? And she said, well, how many do you want? And I'm like, well, I don't know. But she said, yeah, if you want 50, we can do 50. If you want 100, if you want 300. So we ended up ordering 200. But these are super, even when I emailed them, they said, I can't believe anyone is so excited about buckles. So our first buckle is matte black satin, and it's designed to match the buttons on our clothing. What makes it special for me is it is made by a small company in Paris who I've met, and I'm really excited about going to visit them and driving them nuts with all my buckle ideas. Like, I know this is the baby step. She didn't realise that following this, we will then be trying to do this and then moving on to this. So she won't know what she's let herself in for.